pressure of the game on his shoulders. Someone you know can deliver in a tough spot. I know who O's fans want to see at the plate in that situation. And guess what? He did it again last night. Another walk-off win for the O's in extra innings. The Orioles are on Masson on a muggy night downtown. The Orioles getting set to take on the Mariners as they look to complete a 3-game sweep over the team from Seattle. And hi, everybody. I'm Jim Hunter. Thanks for joining us. It was a wild game last night, lasting beyond midnight, as the Orioles came from behind and beat the Mariners by a final of 8-7 in 14 innings. So as play begins tonight, the Orioles are tied in the wild card race and trail first place New York by just 4.5 games for the top spot in the AL East. Now, good teams make their own plays and also take advantage of opportunities, and the Orioles did both last night. Now, let's take it to the top of the 6th. A base hit up the middle by Dustin Ackley. Runners at second and third. A run would score, but Adam Jones with a perfect throw to the plate. Miguel Olivo tagged out by Matt Wieters. That denied the 8th run of the game. Now, bottom of the 7th, here's Mark Reynolds. Fly ball down the line. Robinson can't handle it, so with extra life, there's Mark Reynolds. He doubles down the line to get to second base. Omar Quintanilla then with a base hit to drive him in. And J.J. Hardy, a 3-run home run. That tied the game at 7. On we went to the 14th inning. How about taking advantage of a close play? Quintanilla with a base hit off the glove of Ackley. It's a bang-bang play at first base. It is ruled that the foot of Mike Karp came off the base. Quintanilla was safe, and that set the dramatics for later on in the inning after Eric Wedge was ejected. Bases loaded, nobody out. Adam Jones with a base hit off the glove of Casper Wells, and the Orioles win it in 14 by the final of 8-7. And Mike Bordick, the word around baseball is, well, what about the Orioles? How are they doing this? They shouldn't be doing this. But the fact is they are, and they're in the thick of the race.
Oh, they sure are. What an exciting game last night. And that really sums up what the Orioles are all about. They just never say die. They fell behind 5-0 in that ball game. They've been in these ball games all year. They fought back. They have a great bullpen. They know when they get into extra innings that bullpen is going to be there for them. They've been so successful out there. But the big hits, taking advantage of the miscues. Are you kidding me? These guys, that ball that was dropped by the left fielder by the Mariners last night sparked that huge inning, which led to the J.J. Hardy home run. So it's a never say die attitude. They're always in a ball game, or at least they feel like they're in a ball game. Sure, they've been blown out a few times, but this never say die attitude and the resiliency that they have shown this year is why they're in the spot they're in today.
And to win in extra innings, you need a good bullpen. You need a reliable bullpen. Not only did the Orioles win in extra innings, they have won 12 consecutive extra inning games, and they have spread around the wealth.
Yeah, look at this list. Kevin Gregg with the 3 wins, Darren O'Day, 2, Luis Ayala, Pedro Strop, Troy Patton, Jim Johnson, Chris Davis, everybody helping out in that bullpen. You get into an extra inning ball game, and these guys are lights out. Incredible numbers from these guys, and that's why there's the confidence with the Orioles offense. They just feel like, okay, starting pitcher keeps you close. Even if they don't keep you close, we have a bullpen behind us that if we can get into this ball game and be close, the bullpen is going to shut them down, and they have done it all year.
And because of the reliability of the bullpen, Buck Showalter has been able to mix and match, and as a result, there isn't one reliever out there, except for maybe tonight, because of the long game. They're not fatigued. They're ready to go because he knows how to use them.
That's right. Oh, you're exactly right. Very rarely do you see guys back-to-back days. Troy Patton every other day, been consistently every other day, and he's been successful in whatever role Buck Showalter puts him in. But the whole bullpen has stayed fresh. Buck Showalter and Rick Adair have done an incredible job of managing that bullpen, and the arms that they've needed to come up and help them, give them a rest, have done a super job as well. So, I mean, you're really not going to be successful if you don't have great pitching. Starting pitching been a little bit inconsistent, but boy, you can hang your hat on that bullpen.
Orioles have won 4 in a row. They're looking to complete a 3-game sweep. And what a night we're about to experience here at Camden Yards. Steve Johnson made his big league debut on July 15th. Tonight, he makes his first major league start in a pennant race for the Orioles. Orioles Baseball on Masson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Jeep. Jeep and the unique brand of freedom you'll find only in the full line of Jeep vehicles. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. There's the Orioles Hall of Fame wall, the plaques on Utah Street. Big night here at Camden Yards tonight. Here's our Train game time temperature. Visit Train.com for an independent Train comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a Train. It is hot, 92 degrees, 37% humidity, just a slight breeze out of the southeast, and mostly cloudy skies. It is a typical August summer night. So Seattle comes to town. They're looking to avoid a 3-game sweep. Here's the Dodge starting lineups. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or go to Dodge.com and check out our powerful lineup. Ackley, Saunders, and Montero with Jaso catching. Kyle Seager in that number 5 spot. What a game last night. 2 out of 7, including a 3-run home run. Karp, Robinson, Thames, and Kawasaki at shortstop batting ninth.
And here's the AFCIA Intelligence Report. Visit AFCIA.org, the Association for IT Pros. Steve Johnson making his first Major League start. Of course, this isn't his first appearance in the big leagues. Did have 2 innings back on July 15th, but right after that sent back down to AAA. But he has been consistent, and that's why he's here tonight. Great numbers down there with a 2.86 earned run average. And he has those numbers in AAA, or had those numbers in AAA because of his command. You're going to see the 4-pitch mix and one of these invisible fastballs. Hitters have a hard time getting the barrel of the bat on that ball.
Well, he gets ahead of Ackley quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. And I got to believe, and maybe you can talk to us about your big league debut. For Steve Johnson, starting a game in a pennant race in his hometown, this first inning is as big an inning as he's ever pitched in his life. And he strikes him out. Ackley down on 3 pitches, 1 away.
Well, there's a lot of nerves there, but this is a great way to start a ball game, dotting a couple fastballs on the outside corner and getting the swing and miss with the K.
Well, he went right at him, challenged him. 1 away. Johnson had good strikeout numbers in the minor leagues as he'll go to work on Michael Saunders, who's in the number 2 spot tonight. Eric Wedge alters his lineup, whether it's a lefty or righty on the mound. And the fastball's right there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Johnson, in the minor leagues this year, he averaged, Mike, 8.5 strikeouts per 9 innings.
Yeah, very consistent. His base on balls were down, his strikeouts are up. And probably one of the most consistent pitchers down there. And obviously that's why he's been getting some opportunities. And for him to get a start here tonight is a great chance for him. He did have 2 stints up. One time he did not start, or didn't get a call out of the bullpen, and then he did on July 15th.
How about this start? 6 pitches, 6 strikes, 2 strikeouts, and 2 away in the first inning.
There you go, another fastball. Maybe not the spot he wanted, but certainly throws him.
So best opponent batting average, or at least the least, Steve Johnson, 201 in AAA and 91 in the 3rd innings. The 3rd best in AAA baseball this year.
Yeah, the numbers don't lie. And that's why he's getting a chance here.
Swing and a miss by Jesus Montero. Foul tip actually at the plate, and it's 0-1. Matt Wieters with a smile as that got a piece of him.
Yeah, he took a couple off the chops last night. Probably doesn't feel like he's had much time off. Just settled right back in behind the plate.
Yeah, how about that? 14 innings last night. Not only in the game, but behind the plate, and he's back out there catching again tonight. 2 outs and nobody on. And a foul back, and it's 0-2 on Jesus Montero.
And here's a look at the Orioles defense tonight. Nate McLouth out in left field. Adam Jones in center. Markakis in right. Wilson Betemit back over at 3rd. Hardy Quintanilla up the middle. Mark Reynolds at 1st. And Matt Wieters back behind the plate again.
Line drive to right field. Markakis is in on it, and he trapped it. That's a base hit for Jesus Montero with 2 men down. So he has thrown 9 pitches, 9 strikes. One finally put in play by Seattle. Montero with a 2-out single. Of course, Steve Johnson went to high school at St. Paul's, drafted by the Dodgers in 2005, a 13th round pick. And he, without a doubt, earned his way to the big leagues. He's 24 years old. He has pitched in 165 minor league games.
It's been a long road for him.
And a swing and a foul back, John Jaso.
Take a look at Steve Johnson's numbers in the minors. It's just consistent improvement, and once again, that's why he's here. Obviously, numbers not bad, but getting better and better and better. 8.5 strikeouts per game, and just a low walk rate, 3.1 per 9 innings.
He's ahead of Jaso, 0-1. Curveball bends in there for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Nice big slow curveball. Can throw that for a strike and keep hitters off balance. Hard to make an adjustment on a 69-mile-an-hour curveball.
0-2 with 2 down. And he struck him out with a fastball. What a beginning for Steve Johnson. 3 up, 3 down on 3 strikeouts. Well, at the bottom of the first. Here come the Birds. Retires the side on 3 strikeouts. Montero left at first. Here's the Orioles Southwest Airlines starting lineups. Markakis, Hardy, and Davis with Jones in the cleanup spot. Matt Wieters batting 5th. Last night he went 3 for 6 with 2 home runs and a double. Betemit at 3rd, McLaughlin left, Reynolds at 1st, and Quintanilla once again getting a start at 2nd base, batting 9th.
Here's the AFC Intelligence report tonight on Kevin Millwood. He's looking to go deep in this ball game. Obviously, the Orioles are too, looking for their starting pitcher to go deep because both bullpens really used up. But Kevin Millwood is a competitor, has to be. A veteran of 16 years in the major leagues, over 2,000 career strikeouts, and he's been an innings eater for the Mariners, 121 innings this year. And he's going to have to mix it up against the Orioles bats. The lefties in this lineup are going to see his full arsenal: 2-seam fastball, cutter, slider, curve, and change tonight.
He'll go to work against Nick Markakis. Hardy and Davis will follow. And the fastball's off the plate outside, 1-0. Markakis red hot. He's hitting 2 in a row. Now, that might not sound like a lot. However, he was 6 for 11 in those 2 games.
Yeah, he's thrown out hits all over the place last couple of days.
And the 1-0 is taken for a strike, 1-1. Kevin Millwood on the year. He's making his 22nd start. And in the 21 starts coming into tonight, the very first batter of the game collectively is batting .381. Now, what might be the reason for that? Fastball happy early on?
Yeah, just trying to get ahead with that fastball. Establish that pitch. We've seen a lot of Orioles pitchers have a hard time in that first inning. See Kevin Millwood's last 12 starts at 1-5 record, a .425 earned run average, but his last 8 starts versus the O's, 7-1 with a .267. Of course, it's his first start since back in 2009. Different lineup here.
1-2 is a called strike, 3 on the inside corner. Generous call by Brian Knight, and Millwood gets a strikeout, 1 away.
And look at his 2-seam fastball right here. After working Markakis away, starts it off in and gets the call at the top of the strike zone. Markakis not very happy about that.
Millwood 37 years old, and Markakis still staring at Brian Knight. You saw Jaso move the glove about a foot.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know about where Markakis thought that ball was. Here's J.J. Hardy. He's got a 2-game hitting streak. And the fastball's high, and it's 1-0. J.J. now with 16 home runs, none bigger than last night when he tied the game with a 3-run shot that came in the bottom of the 7th. There's a strike on the inside corner, 1-1.
Look at J.J. Hardy's swing last night, 16th home run of the season, most among American League shortstops, and he finally got a fastball in the inner half of the plate and delivered it out in the left field seats.
Outside, it's 2-1. So September 5th, 2009, the last time Millwood faced the Orioles in a game. He was on the Texas Rangers then, and it was the year before he signed with the Orioles. 2-1 pitches high, ball 3. He lost that game. The Orioles won at 5-4. And from that game, September 5th, 2009, there are only 2 players in the lineup tonight that were in the lineup that day. Nick Markakis has already batted, and Matt Wieters, who will bat 5th if it gets that far this inning. That's it. They're the only 2 from that game that played that are still on the team.
Yeah, a lot of turnover in a few years.
3-1 is hit toward short. And off the glove of Kawasaki in the left field for a base hit. Kawasaki has shown so much range in this series. I thought he had a chance to glove it, but it was spinning the other way, and it went off his glove for a 1-out single.
Yeah, and here's a look at the Mariners defense tonight. Robinson back out in left field, Saunders in center, Eric Thames over in right field, Seager playing third, Kawasaki and Ackley up the middle, Karp playing first base, and Jaso doing the catching.
Seattle has the best fielding team in the American League. As you look at the rooftop bar in center field, fans get here early to get those seats. Seattle as a club has made just 42 errors. Best fielding percentage in the American League. Here's Chris Davis, 1 on, 1 out. Fastball right there for a strike, 0-1. There's Millwood's record. What a contrast. 436 starts coming into tonight, 167 wins, and he's facing a 24-year-old rookie making his first big league start. Here's the 0-1 to Davis, high with a fastball, 1-1. And that's what's great about baseball. If you can play at this level, they'll let you. Eventually, they'll figure it out. You have the 19-year-old Bryce Harper in Washington, the now 21-year-old Mike Trout with the Angels, the now 37-year-old Kevin Millwood pitching for Seattle. It doesn't matter. If you can still play, they'll give you a shot.
Yep.
1-1 is high and a check swing, 2-1.
Some roads certainly a little bit tougher than others. We've heard some tremendous stories this year about players. So Lou Ford has gone through some hard times after being in the big leagues. Had to go overseas to play. There's a look at Lou, but you know, Steve Johnson definitely put his time in the minor leagues.
2-1 on Davis. And a swing and a miss. Chris is 0 for 9 in the series, which snapped his 9-game hitting streak. And even though it was the David Price game on Sunday, it's too bad that happened because he had a 9-game hitting streak and was given a day off. And since the day off, he hasn't had a hit.
Right. Yeah, it was unfortunate.
Fouls it off the other way to stay alive.
And last night had the makings of when Chris Davis got his win up in Boston, that extra inning ball game, and he took the 0 for 8. He was working on that. We thought Chris Davis might eventually get in the pitch and possibly get another win.
Well, Buck Showalter was stuck, and that's why Tommy Hunter was sent for the bullpen, and that's why Tommy Hunter is not starting tonight. Tonight was Tommy's night, but he had a full warm-up. As the managers and pitching coaches refer to it, he was hot, which means he had the full warm-up. He was ready to come into the game, and they didn't think it was fair to him after doing that last night at around midnight to come back and start tonight. But he's in the bullpen because he could come in relief if needed. And Buck Showalter before the game, when he met with reporters, indicated that if everything goes through the night okay, Tommy probably will slip into Zach Britton's spot on Sunday, and that'll be his next start, and the other 4 will just stay on turn.
Right.
2-2 on Davis. Hardy at first and 1 down. Underway at Camden Yards. Inside, ball 3. Davis, even with the 0 for 9 in the series, is still 13 for his last 47. And the most important number, that run production, he has 12 RBIs in his last 11 games.
Making those hits count for sure.
3-2 with 1 down. Hardy a lead from first. He's running, and it's fouled back. So JJ back to first. Kevin Millwood was 4-16 with the Orioles in 2010. He was very durable. He made 31 starts that year. And the 4-16 really not a real barometer of how he pitched. He pitched certainly better than a 4-16 record would indicate. That was a team that had trouble scoring runs. It seemed to follow him. Everybody talked about Jeremy Guthrie that year. This pitcher that year got at least that kind of support the same Guthrie got, and it wasn't a lot.
Yeah, he threw so many good games that year for the Orioles, but just unfortunately came out on the losing end because the Orioles offense couldn't put any runs up.
3-2 is fouled off the other way down the left side. So the count holds 3-2.
Well, after we see that high fastball, Chris Davis fouls off. Kevin Millwood batting average against by month, and you see that steady increase, the climb up into August, 360, which is a huge number. And potentially the reason why is because of the number of the pitches belt high or higher. I mean, you start elevating that fastball, it becomes very hittable. You see that the increase throughout the year here, 36.7% now in August.
This will be the 9th pitch in this at bat. Hardy runs, and it's inside, ball 4. Good at bat for Chris Davis, and here come the Birds, 2 on with 1 man down. So Adam Jones a chance for a few RBIs, and he had the big base hit last night. How about 8 extra inning RBIs on the year, most in the major leagues, and there was last night's game winner. Casper Wells with a real nice effort, but he couldn't glove it. That's how hard that ball was hit.
Yeah, the Mariners were kind of forced into a situation where they had to walk the bases loaded. Adam Jones with the most extra inning RBIs at 8. Matt Wieters with 5. Of course, the Orioles have been in a lot of extra inning games, and it seems like they go deep into the ball games as well. So those numbers high. It's good to have those nice clutch hits and RBIs.
2 on, 1 in scoring position for Jones. And the fastball's called strike. Adam Jones staring down at the spot he thought the ball was. Adam is hitting 2 in a row. We have a pattern going here. 3 for 11. He has 44 at-bats without a home run now, as he's trying to get that milestone home run number 100. He has been sitting on 99 since July the 27th. But he's having a good all-around year. He is tied for 6th in hits with 128. Facing a pitcher who allows a base hit per inning. There's a Tapper foul on the third base side. Adam fooled by the pitch, but he got a piece of it. Jones tied for 10th in home runs with his 24, and he is 4th in extra base hits with 53. So he is doing it all in that cleanup spot for the Orioles. Hardy is at second, Davis at first, and 1 down. Davis getting a big lead, as you see Mike Carp playing behind him. Jones is down on the count, a ball and 2 strikes. And a foul back.
And Kevin Millwood got away with one right there. Adam Jones was taking a swing like he wanted to get that 100th home run out of the way.
Jones, since the All-Star break, is batting .297, so he has been very consistent in getting the base hits. He just at the moment hasn't been hitting home runs. And the 1-2 is too tight and nearly hit him. 2-2. Kevin Millwood was drafted in 1993. Steve Johnson was born in 1987. Well, 2-2 with 2 on and 1 out. Outside, ball 3. And there's the more experienced Adam Jones. That's a pitch in the past he would have chased. And we'll see what Buck Showalter does here. Will he send the runners? Davis not being held. Hardy the lead runner at second with one down. Big spot for Millwood here in the first inning. He's already at 24 pitches. They do not go. And a ground ball towards first, backhanded by Karp. He gets to second for one. Kawasaki back to first, not in time. Jones beat the throw anyway, and Millwood's foot came off the base. So it'll be a force play, 2 down, but runners on the corners.
Well, you know Adam Jones is going to be busting out of the box. But Chris Davis, being able to get that extended lead, got on top of Kawasaki, forced him to rush that throw, and pulls Millwood off the base as that throw goes tailing up the line a little bit. Pretty good play.
Yeah, actually looks like he kept his toe on, but Jones beat him. Well, good job by Davis upsetting Kawasaki at second. Hardy to third with Jones at first, and Matt Wieters at the plate. Matt 3 out of 10 in the series, all 3 hits last night. Last night, because the game went so long, Wieters was able to double up on the home runs. He had 2 home runs nearly to the same spot on nearly the identical pitch. And he also had a double to the right field corner. But it was one of those nights where either you helped your average or your average really took a hit.
Yeah, well, Wieters said today in the clubhouse, he said, yeah, I started the game off, got hot, and went into a slump by the end of the game. That's how many at-bats he got.
And my scorecard is built for 16 innings, and I nearly ran out.
Yeah.
2 down. The Orioles trying to get a run on the board at first and third. 2-0 on Wieters. And a roller foul. 2-1. The most single game total bases on the season. J.J. Hardy on May the 6th. He had 12. Matt Wieters last night had 10. Matt Wieters, that extra inning game in Chicago, had 9. Adam Jones had 9 in Toronto. Mark Reynolds had 9 against the Pirates. Two and 1 with 2 down. Line foul. Right on the pitch, but out in front. The Orioles have won 4 in a row, and more importantly in the scheme of things, as you and I were talking about last night, they have now won 3 consecutive series. And that is how you pad your 1-loss record and you stay in and hopefully solidify your position in the race.
Well, that's the key to a successful season for sure. I mean, you have to go in there. The season's so long and try to win as many series as possible. It's nice to see them getting hot again.
Wieters has worked the count to 3-2. Millwood has a better ERA on the road this year than he does at Safeco Field. And his pitch count is mounting. He's at 30, and this is his 3rd 3-2 count in this inning. And 3 of the 5 batters have gone to 3-2. Jones will run. Hardy will stay put. And a line drive towards right field, chasing Eric Thames. He reaches up, and it's off his glove. And in play, Hardy scores. Here's Jones to the plate. He'll score. And Wieters has a 2-run double. The Orioles grab the lead. Thames did everything but catch it.
Yeah, a little slider here. Matt Wieters drives this ball. Hit the heck out of that. Eric Thames got there. Pretty good effort. Unable to stay in his glove. Hit the ejecto spot there, but great effort to get to that ball. Adam Jones and J.J. Hardy score on that nice double by Matt Wieters, his 18th of the year.
And Wieters last night had a couple of home runs. He's got 2 more RBIs tonight. He is up to 54 ribbies. So the Orioles have Adam Jones with 58, Chris Davis with 55, and Matt Wieters now with 54, and Carl Willis, the pitching coach, at first inning visit. And here's Bedemeat, runner at second, and 2 men down. Swinging and a miss, and went right at him with a fastball.
Just another lousy 2-out RBI, by the way. The Orioles seem to be pretty consistent at getting here recently.
Mike, would you be surprised to hear that Betemit has a 2-game hitting streak?
No. Everybody has one, right?
It's the 4th one this inning. Hey, you got to start somewhere.
That's right.
You can't get to 10 if you don't get to 2. 0-1 the count. Breaking ball, and he fouled it back. Betemit has actually been swinging the bat really well. He's had a .394 clip in his last 9 games. Doing the numbers with a home run and 3 RBIs in that span. Showalter's club with a 2-0 lead, getting a 2-out, 2-run double from Matt Wieters, who many of us expected not to be in the lineup tonight because of the long game last night, but he wanted in. The 0-2 is high, and it's 1-2. Wieters, who takes his catching so seriously, realized the moment of being able to catch Steve Johnson in his first big league start, and despite last night, he wanted to be in there.
No, I think that's really important, and it's huge for Steve Johnson as well.
1-2 to Betemit, foul back.
And Matt Wieters has handled the Orioles pitching staff so well this year, and with his many different arms that have been brought up from Norfolk. It's nice that Steve Johnson has the opportunity to throw to one of the best catchers in the game.
With Betemit battling here, Millwood already at 35 pitches in the first inning. He's a bulldog, but that's a lot of pitches.
Yeah, that is too much, actually, especially after what happened last night. We talked about in the scouting report that he needs to go deep. Well, this isn't going to help him get deep into this ball game. 35 pitches in the first inning.
And the 1-2 is outside. 2-2. Now, the Mariners bullpen is in a similar situation as the Orioles bullpen. The only difference is they had 2 pitchers out there last night that did not pitch. The only reliever the Orioles didn't use was Johnson. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Betemit down on strikes, and the inning ends. Orioles get 2 runs on the 2-out, 2-run double by Wieters. We'll head to the second. 2-0 O's. Presented by Luna. Call for the Luna Double and get your second room of flooring free. Call 877-241-LUNA. Always a lot of fun here at Camden Yards. Fans get together. They bring groups. We're having a good old time out there. See, the guy in the orange shirt, he's correct. You can tell by the gestures. The other guy's trying to convince him he's wrong. And he just laughed because he knew he was right.
Yeah.
How about Steve Johnson? 12 pitches in the first inning. They were all strikes. 75% fastballs, so 9, 3 breaking balls. He has set an impossible start for himself. 12 pitches, 12 strikes. That's a trend that's going to be tough to keep up.
Yeah, but that is a great start and helps him settle into the ball game and get those nerves settled.
Here's Kyle Seager leading off, the third baseman. And it's outside, 1-0. Seager, Karp, and Robinson. There's a strike right there at the knees. Seager's in a 4 for 22 drought, but he did hit a 3-run home run in the first inning last night off Zach Britton. And the 1-1 is there for a strike, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 the count. There's Eric Wedge. He was not too thrilled last night with that call at first base. Foul back, and it's 1-2. He said umpires should not get in the middle of deciding games. He felt that Quintanilla at first base was clearly out. And that little gesture of the foot, I think, made the difference. We saw the replay on our telecast from 3 different angles. Looked like the ball beat him, which it did, but the foot moved, and I think that's what the umpire saw. There's a bloop towards the middle, and Hardy can't get it. That's in the center field for a base hit. Hit very softly. JJ nearly gloved it, but it just got over him for a base hit. So a leadoff single here in the second. The Maryland Lottery strikeout-rich contestant of the game is Susan Holman of Rising Sun. Susan has already won $500, and for every strikeout the Orioles pitch during the game tonight, Susan wins $100 more from the Maryland Lottery. See how you can turn non-winning strikeout-rich scratch-offs into cash and enter to win great Orioles prizes at mdlottery.com/strikeitRich. Mike Kapp will take outside, 1-0. Mike Karp, excuse me. Two nothing game. Orioles got the lead in the first. And it's in the dirt, ball 2, 2-0 the count.
I actually talked to Omar Quintanilla about that play this afternoon, and he said when he hit first base, Karp's foot was off the base. He couldn't tell when he caught the ball if his foot was on, but he knew when he hit the base his foot was definitely off, and that's what we saw last night. Karp tried to get his foot back on, and that's why that umpire made that call.
And 3-0 as Johnson falls behind Karp. In the minor leagues this year, Steve averaged 3.1 walks per 9 innings while striking out 8.5. And there's a strike, 3-1. Johnson last worked last Friday for the Tides. He was a losing pitcher, and it was a tough loss. Norfolk lost it 1-0. And he allowed a solo home run. That was the only run of the game over 6 innings of work. 3-1 pitch is low, ball 4, and there's a walk after a hit. So 2 on with none out in the second inning. Fans, tomorrow the first 10,000 fans 15 and over receive a Wei Yin Chen t-shirt. Now, this unique edition features Orioles on the front and Chen's name on the back written in Chinese. Now, this shirt is certain to become a collector's item, so come on out and join us and get your tickets in advance and save by calling 888-848-BIRD or visit Orioles.com. Here's Trayvon Robinson. Switch hitting left fielder, 2 on and none out. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Robinson 2 for 13 on the road trip for Seattle. One swung out and missed, 0-2.
Nice change right there from Johnson.
Steve Johnson pitched 2 innings in his big league debut against the Tigers in relief. He allowed 1 run on a solo home run by Miguel Cabrera, who hits him against quite a few pitchers. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's a tapper towards the middle. Could be 2. Hardy flips to Quintanilla out there. No throw to first as Hardy's momentum took him too far the other way. But an out recorded at second base and 1 down.
Yeah, a little chop here. Nice pitch in the outside corner up over Johnson's head. J.J. Hardy, nice job ranging up the middle. Nice touch on that backhand feed right there. They get the force at second and keep the double play in order.
So here is Eric Thames, another left-handed batter. 8 of the 9 batters in this lineup left-handed. And that pitch is high, 1-0. Thames acquired from the Toronto Blue Jays. It's his 7th game as a Mariner. Runners on the corners with 1 down. Johnson a quick throw to first. Good lead off first, held by Reynolds. 1-0 is outside, 2-0. Steve Johnson's father, Dave, won 22 games in the big leagues. In 77 games, he made 57 big league starts. There's Dave.
Didn't he actually get his first major league win on this day?
You're correct. It was a 6-1 game against the Minnesota Twins. And here's the flashback. Wearing number 27, August 8th of 1989. His first major league win in his 2nd big league start. And at the knees, 3-1 as he was taken all the way. Runner at third is Seager. Runner at first is Robinson. 1 down. 2-0 O's. And the 3-1 swung out and missed. Now, Mike, you were a hitter for a long time in the big leagues. Steve Johnson, they say, well, he doesn't have overpowering stuff. How does he get so many swings and misses?
Well, that's a pretty good changeup in a 3-1 hitters count. But I think he has some deception on his fastball because not too many guys are squaring that pitch up. I saw him pitch a few times in the minor leagues. And, you know, there are a lot of pitchers that have, you know, average fastballs or below average fastballs that there's something about their delivery that hitters can't square up the pitch.
Well, he misses outside, ball 4, so the bases are loaded. So Steve Johnson in a jam here, bases loaded, and only 1 down. Seager at third, Robinson to second, and Eric Thames at first. And here is Mineyori Kawasaki, the number 9 batter. Tough guy to double up. And he is a slap hitter. And he slaps it foul, 0-1.
Yeah, almost stepping out of the box when he swings. A little bit of a head start, obviously being from the left side. He's actually had a pretty good series for the Mariners here, Camden Yards. Playing pretty good defense, getting his hits.
And he bunts back towards the mound. Johnson will go to the plate, cut off the run there. No throw back to first. It was not a suicide squeeze because Seager didn't break. Kawasaki obviously doing it on his own, and it was a horrible bunt. He bunted it right back to the mound.
Yeah, he tried to do this a couple nights ago as well. This pitch in on him, though, and unable to get it on the barrel of the bat. If it gets on the barrel, it's going to get by the pitcher. But not a very good effort right there. Right back to the pitcher with the bases loaded.
So Kawasaki helps out a young pitcher who's in his first jam in the big leagues. Now there's 2 outs. Here's Dustin Ackley. And he pops it up. Shallow right center field. Back on it is Quintanilla. And he's got it for the out. Steve Johnson gets out of a big jam. So a couple of walks, but Seattle leaves the bases loaded. Mid-second, 2-0 O's. This big league start on our Wired Wednesday, we asked Buck Showalter if it's special for him as the manager to be the one to give him that start.
I know what these moments mean, not only to him, but his family and all our guys. You know, you get to see him. You know, we just I had our travel secretary call Dave and see if he wanted to sit where my seats are, just to make sure he gets a good view. And regardless of what happens tonight, you need to dwell on that moment. And I'm pulling for him as a young man, because he has plied his trade. He's pitched statistically as well as anybody down there, and he deserves this, and he's earned it.
Well, there's no doubt about it. If you look at the numbers, he deserves to be in the big leagues. If they had a need, and here he is. Yeah,
well said by Buck Showalter, obviously recognizing the fact that this is an incredible moment for Steve Johnson and his family, but also there's a reason why he's here.
Ackley again to his knees, bounces it to first, and out is McLouth. Weston Ackley playing a fine second base in this series. He takes a possible base hit away from McLouth and one away.
Yeah, he's ranged to his right a few times in this series. Comes up with the ball. Nice pickup right there by Carpenter. Keeps his feet on the base. So Eric Wedge stays in the ball game.
You don't think he'd go out and argue again, do you? Here's Mark Reynolds, the number 8 batter. First ball swinging, pops it straight up, a silo shot. Jaso throws the mask, and he holds on to it. Reynolds on 1 pitch is retired and 2 down. So after a 37-pitch first inning, Kevin Millwood gets 2 quick outs. And here is Omar Quintanilla, the number 9 batter. Takes high, 1-0. Quintanilla is making his 16th consecutive start at second base. And the Orioles did make 2 player moves before the game today. Here's the 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. Ryan Flaherty has been placed on the disabled list. He has some kind of a bacterial infection that they're trying to diagnose, so he is on the DL. There's Miguel Sokolovic, who was added in his spot. He's in the bullpen to add another fresh arm. And Zach Britton, who was optioned after the game last night, was the move for Steve Johnson. So once again, the Orioles have a 3-man bench, and tonight it is a right-handed bench with Andino, Ford, and Teagarden, the only 3 reserves listed. 2-1, a swung on a miss, 2-2. And it doesn't look like the Mariners made a move after last night's game. So they have the 7-man bullpen. 2 of the relievers did not work last night, Caps and Wilhelmsen, so at least he has 2 fresh arms. And there's a bouncer towards the hole to his left of Zachary. He'll get Quintanilla, and what a turnaround. Kevin Millwood, a very efficient 3-up and 3-down inning. We play 2 at Camden Yards. Birds looking for the sweep. Have a 2-0 lead. Is brought to you by Verizon Fios. Introducing Verizon Fios Quantum Speed Internet twice as fast as anything America has ever seen. It is a beautiful night in the Inner Harbor. Summertime, August the 8th. Look at downtown. Baltimore native Steve Johnson looking for his first big league win. And the curveball's bounced to first. Right there is Mark Reynolds, so Michael Saunders is out on 1 pitch and 1 away. It's got to be something incredibly special for Steve Johnson, who went to St. Paul's, was drafted out of high school by the Dodgers, 13th round. He had intended to go to college, but then signed. And to be in the big leagues in his hometown at a ballpark where, as a kid, he came to watch games because his dad used to play for the Orioles, and this is his hometown team.
That is a good look at his father, his mom right there. But, yeah, what an amazing story Steve Johnson is. I mean, it's one thing to make it to the major leagues. I mean, that's an incredible accomplishment. But it's another thing to be from your hometown and play for your hometown team. I mean, I think it's just incredible. And he and his family certainly enjoying this moment.
2-1 on Jesus Montero. Yeah, that's Marcy next to Dave. She works for the Orioles minor league department. I believe Steve's mom is on the other side of Dave. Meantime, a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2 on Montero. Montero singled his first at bat, takes low, ball 3. In his last 4 starts in AAA for the Tides, Steve allowed 1 run total in 3 of the 4. 1 run, 1 run, 1 run. And a pop-up. Right side. Quintanilla out. Markakis charging in. Quintanilla called off by Markakis. And Nick has it for the out and 2 down. 4 in a row retired by Johnson. The Orioles Legend Celebration Series is back on Saturday. Eddie Murray will be honored with his larger-than-life bronze sculpture in the Legends Park area in center field. All the gates open at 5. The ceremonies begin at 5:15 sharp. And all fans attending that night receive their replica Eddie Murray sculpture. So help us honor Eddie as he joins his fellow legends. 888-848-BIRD or get online Orioles.com. Here is John Jaso, the cleanup hitter. 2 outs and nobody on. That's in there, 1-1. I didn't get a chance to look today if they've actually put the statue in place yet, the sculpture out there. They have not, I'm told. So the drama continues. The intrigue. Now he knows what it looks like because he had to approve it, but the rest of us don't. There's a liner to center field. That'll fall for a base hit. A 2-out single by Jason. Well, let me take that back. He knows what he approved. Right. The sculpture still had to sculpt it. And I'm sure he's going to like it. Jim Palmer's a couple of weeks ago was great. Earl Weaver's before that. Frank's before that. And after Eddie, Cal in September. And then Brooksy in September. There's Cake's statue. Frank was on April 28th. And there's Earl. Kyle Seager now, he singled his first at bat. And a liner foul the other way.
Look at Kyle Seager's batting average versus the fastball by month. Boy, kind of a trend here as it has consistently dipped down. I think that's a fact that maybe early on he was on the fastball, started going to breaking balls, so pitchers make adjustments to him, and he's been unable to make the adjustment getting back to hitting that fastball.
And a little low. Well, the other thing that Steve will learn at this level, and he certainly has good enough command that he'll adjust to it, but these hitters are patient. They will take. They don't chase that pitch that's just off the plate. If it's going to be low, they'll lay off. So staying ahead is key. Foul back, 1-2. He has 50 minor league wins, 50 and 52. 828 2/3 innings of minor league experience.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, a testament to him. You have to be resilient, first of all, to go 8 years in the minor leagues, but you know there's just tremendous ups and downs that come with that. He's had success, he's had his failures, he's learned from all of those experiences, and he had success with the Tides in AAA. And with those numbers, Buck Showalter, you know, he's looking for arms, consistent arms, makes that call. And Steve Johnson, been one of the most consistent and reliable arms.
Swing and a miss. He got him to chase a high fastball. Seager down on strikes. Strikeout number 4. 1 left. Mid-second, 2-0 O's. Camden Yards, and a special night as 24-year-old Steve Johnson making his first big league start. And all he did in the first inning was strike out 3. Papa Dave very happy. And then Matt Wieters helped out his battery mate with a 2-run double in the first, just off the glove of Eric Thames. A frustrated Kevin Millwood. And the Orioles have the lead. They come up in the third, up 2-0. Seattle has 3 hits in the game, all singles off Steve Johnson. But he has struck out 4, and he has survived a couple of walks and a bases-loaded 1-out jam in the second inning. Kevin Millwood back to work. He threw 37 pitches in the first inning, 8 pitches in the second inning. Here's Nick Markakis for his second at-bat. Swing and a miss, and it's on 1. Nick had a 4-hit game last night. He now has 8 RBIs in his last 8 games. And it's outside 1-1. And how about since the All-Star break, Nick has been in that leadoff spot since. He has more hits than any other hitter in all of Major League Baseball, one better than Buster Posey, than Gordon, Revere, Reyes, and Ryan Zimmerman of the Nats with 37.
Well, after that hamate surgery, he got himself right. Nick Markakis is a pretty quick healer, and when he puts his mind to something, he's going to come back the right way. And in spring training, he was recovering from that surgery he had in the off season, worked his butt off, made the opening day lineup. Hamate injury, works hard to come back, but in the process of coming back, just refined his swing, and he hasn't really been messing with his approach since the All-Star break. We've seen in the past, Nick Markakis seems like a different stance, every other game, but he stayed consistent there.
Line drive, base hit down the line. It just stayed fair. Thames chases it into the corner, has trouble with it. Markakis is thinking 3. He's heading to third. Here's the throw, hit first dive, and a triple. Nick Markakis, the third, leading off in the bottom of the third.
Another great swing by Nick Markakis, and I was finishing my story by saying his bat path is perfect right now. Inside pitch, pulls hands inside, takes the head right to the baseball. Eric Thames lets it kick around a little bit. Markakis sees that, paying attention to the outfielders, head on a swivel, and turns it on, slides in safely for that triple.
Well, he definitely misread that carom, and that benefited Nick. He got 90 extra feet. Here's J.J. Hardy. Low, 1-0. So Thames has been involved in 2 big plays already. The ball off his glove by Wieters, and that ball gets by him to allow Markakis to get a triple. For Nick, his second triple on the year. Hardy pokes a foul the other way, 1-1. Millwood out of Bessemer City, North Carolina, now in his 16th season. Markakis gets to him for a triple leading off here in the third inning. 1-1 on Hardy. Swing and a miss. Or a foul tip, actually, 1-2.
Great opportunity here with no outs, and Markakis on third base to get a mark on the board, another mark. We saw last night how important every run matters.
1-2 infield comes in, it's outside. Once Hardy got to 2 strikes, Eric Wedge had the infielders creep in a bit. Hard hit ball that can cut off the run. Two and 2 on Hardy. And a foul back this way. Millwood actually has been pretty good this year when you look at the base runners allowed per game. Just 12.6. It's not a lot. Yet he's 4-9 on the season. 2-2 to Hardy. Ground ball past Seager in the left field, and Markakis will score. It went right under the glove of Seager, and the Orioles get a 3-0 lead. We'll see how they scored. It should have been played.
Well, it's going to be a real good look at it. Seager actually anticipating and moving over to fill up that hole, but just doesn't keep his glove down long enough. And reacts up. The ball scoots right underneath.
Well, Hardy gets a single. That's an RBI. Nobody down. 3-0 Orioles. Chris Davis, deep right field, down the line. Will it stay fair? That ball is in the corner, foul. And I can't see. Oh, Thames did not catch it. Thames disappeared by the garage door. So in the corner by the garage door. And yep, that's metal out there. Metal on metal. Wow.
Yeah, dragging his spikes across there. Good way to start a fire. What the heck?
A self-inflicted hot foot. And Davis swings and misses. Thames getting a kick out of that. Might need a new pair of shoes, but here's the 0-2 to Davis. High, 1-2. Well, Millwood had a real tough 6-batter first inning. There's a lot of run here in the third, and nobody down with Hardy at first for JJ's 47th RBI of the year. And it's high.
Millwood trying to work the top of the zone on Davis.
You see the pitch count. He's up to 15 in this inning and 60 for the game. Two swung on and missed. He gets Davis for the out.
And finally gets him to chase there. Stayed consistently at the top of the zone. 4 pitches at the top of the zone. And this is the 5th. Finally gets Chris Davis to bite on it.
Our Nissan Pitch Track brought to you by Nissan. Get to Nissan Summer Saving Days. The event will end September the 4th. Visit ChooseNissan.com and hurry into your local Nissan dealer. Here's Adam Jones, 1 on and 1 out. Adam bounced into a force play and then scored in the first inning on the double by Matt Wieters. Line down the line. That's a base hit. That ball's heading towards the corner. As Robinson can't cut it off, Hardy is going to third. He'll be held by DeMarlo Hale. And Adam Jones is on at second with a double. Now 3 hits in the inning. And the Orioles looking to add to a 3-0 lead.
Well, Adam Jones might not be getting his home runs right now, but he is certainly hitting the ball hard enough. Stays on this pitch, down and away. That head stays through the zone, drives it down the line. J.J. Hardy makes the turn. DeMarlo Hale wisely holding him up.
So Adam is 27th double, his 54th extra base hit. And they have set the table once again for Wieters with Hardy at third and Jones at second. Swing and a miss on one. Big breaking ball by Millwood. 2-run double in the first. He had 2 RBIs last night on a pair of solo homers. Hardy and Jones, 1 down here in the third inning. Huge foul the other way. Bounces up into the crowd right over the Mariner dugout.
And that one got on him. That slow breaking ball followed up by a pretty good fastball up and in.
Dave Johnson watching his teammates add some runs. Now 3-0. 0-2 on Wieters. Ground ball towards second. A run will score. They're playing back. Ackley will get Wieters at first, and there's a manufactured run there. RBI ground out for Wieters, who has a 3 RBI game, and it's 4-0 Orioles in the third.
Yeah, nice job of hitting by Matt Wieters with that infield back. That's all it takes. The ground ball up the middle, get a run across the plate. The Mariners defense playing back in that situation because Kevin Millwood needs outs. They don't need it. They don't want another big inning. They just need an out. They got it, but they had to give up a run to do it.
Here's Wilson Betemeet with Jones at third, and the curveball is high, 1-0. Betemeet struck out to end the first inning, one of 3 strikeouts for Millwood. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Wieters and Betemeet back-to-back switch hitters in the Orioles lineup. Curveball outside, good take. Millwood is on his 4th different team over the past 4 years. He went from Texas to Baltimore to Colorado to Seattle. Ties up Betemeet there at 2-2. And last year with the Rockies, he spent quite a bit of time in the minor leagues. Finally got a chance with the big club. Now he found a home with Eric Wedge in Seattle. Jones at third, 2 down, 2 runs in for a 4-0 Oriole lead.
Well, a veteran pitcher that obviously even spending time in the minor leagues after 14 years in the big leagues.
Bounce towards second. There's Ackley. And he will get Betemeet. And that will end the inning. The Orioles had 2 more on 3 hits. And Strand 1. Good start for the Birds, looking for a 5th consecutive win. We're through 3, 4-0 O's. To look forward to Miller time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. And there it is again, our nightly look at Mike Bordick's favorite Miller beer mug, shaped like a baseball. Steve Johnson off to a good start, 3 shutout innings. He's allowed 3 base hits, 1 in each inning, all singles. His ERA for the Tides in 19 games and 14 starts was 2.86. And fans from his school, St. Paul's, it's really nice. They came out to support one of their alum.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Steve did not pitch enough innings to qualify for the league leaders in the International League. As he deals to Mike Karp, and there's a strike, 1-1, but his ERA of 2.86 would be the 5th best in the International League if he were to qualify for the league leaders.
Yeah, and he would have had that opportunity to qualify for the league leaders, but the Orioles have had so many different roster moves there in AAA. that at times he's had to go to the bullpen, where he had success too. But that's why he didn't get as many innings as a starter.
Fly ball to center field off the bat of Carp and one away. Well, the Tides this year have had 69 different players appear in a game, which is 5 shy of matching the International League record of 74 that was set by the 2003 Louisville team. And it's inside. They've had 24 different pitchers start a game at Norfolk this year. Not just pitch a game, start a game.
Yeah, amazing how many moves the Baltimore organization has had to make this year.
Right, and you know, there was a time Jamie Moyer was signed. He got 3 starts, so somebody had to get bumped out.
Right. And unfortunately, Steve Johnson was the guy that most of the times got bumped out of there.
He came from there. Chris Tillman. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch. The 24 different pitchers for Norfolk is 1 shy of the league record in a season. They're going to smash that. Fastball called, strike 3 at the knees. Set him up with the breaking ball, and Robinson let strike 3 go by. Number 5 for Steve Johnson.
Yeah, really good pitch. I mean, it's not a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. It is great location right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Our Kia Pitch Track brought to you by Kia Motors. To learn more, visit kia.com. Swing off the bat of Eric Thames. Well, time now for our AT&T Mobility Trivia Fact. Despite playing 110 games, O's have made 118 different roster moves on the year. That is most in Major League Baseball. So 118 for the Major League club. The AAA club has made 198. And there's a strikeout of Thames. He came right at him. Strike 1, strike 2. See you later. 6 Ks for Steve Johnson. A 3-up, 3-down inning to end the 4th. Orioles baseball on Masson is brought to you by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Burger King. Come play family food, where every game piece has a prize. What a lovely night at Camden Yards. As we look down towards the Railroad Museum there, way in the background, as the sun is setting in Maryland. Steve Johnson, 4 shutout innings in his first big league start. Here's Nate McLeod leading off in the Oriole 4th, and he takes a strike. Nate bounced out his first at bat. I can't wait to see McLeod put a ball in play where he might be able to get a triple. I've heard so much about how he runs the bases.
Well, you can tell he's got great speed.
Pops this one up center of the diamond. Kawasaki out shallow center field on the grass, has it for the out, and 1 down here in the Oriole 4th. Fans, on Friday, don't miss your chance to meet O's pitcher Luis Ayala at the Orioles official team store at the York Galleria Mall. Luis will sign autographs from 11 until noon, and while there you can browse all the latest official O's merchandise, pick up tickets to any upcoming game, and spend your lunch hour with Luis Ayala. That's this Friday at the Orioles team store at the York Galleria Mall. For all the details, OriolesReach.com. And maybe what you could do is you could ask Luis what goes on in the bullpen during the game. Who's in charge? Who's bringing out the candy? Who has the least amount of service time? Reynolds fouls it back 1-1.
Well, you know they have some fun down there.
Who's in charge in the bullpen? I think it might be him.
Well, I think he's the one that started the home run cheer, right?
Right. There's the closer. He's not out there yet. Too early. And a tie, 2-1. Last night's game was a perfect example of just how well Buck Showalter manages his bullpen concerning Jim Johnson. 2-1 pitch is ripped towards the corner down the line. That ball is foul. It hits the wall on the fly, but it was foul. The Orioles were in a situation because of the extra inning game that the only reliever left in the bullpen was Jim Johnson. But Jim had pitched in 3 consecutive games. Buck will not let him pitch in 4 consecutive games. And even though Jim was out there, he had the spikes on, he was willing to pitch, they sent Tommy Hunter out there just in case. There was no way Buck Showalter was letting Jim Johnson go in the game just to win last night. There's too many games left, too many important games. He needs Jim Johnson.
That's right. Hey, you need Jim Johnson down the stretch. You need him tonight. You know, you blow him up, pitch him too much, he's going to be able to stay strong. And there was a lot of times that relievers, if they get overused.
Reynolds right center field. He got a lot of it. Back it goes, and that ball is gone. And there's the end of the streak. 74 at-bats without a home run. And Mark Reynolds goes deep for a 5-0 Oriole lead.
Good for Mark Reynolds. His swing has been coming along. Bat heating up here recently. And now you hope he goes on another streak, start popping balls out of the yard. Because when he pops one to right center like that, it tells you the timing is right.
Quintanilla takes low, 1-0.
Here's a look at it. This pitch up and out over, a little cutter. Oh, Mark Reynolds drives this ball deep to right center. Man, oh man, it takes some strength to go that way.
Bouncer towards the middle, and Quintanilla has a base hit. He finally got it past Ackley. I don't know why Omar keeps hitting it to Ackley, but that one he got by. And there's a 1-out single. Kevin Millwood keeps the ball in the ballpark. That home run by Reynolds is only the 8th home run he's allowed all year. And this is his 22nd start. And he's already at 80 pitches.
See Mark Hardy, he's pretty excited about hitting that home run too.
Here's the youngster that got the ball, and he's calling home. Hey, Mom, guess what? Dad took me to the game. Mark Reynolds hit a ball, and I got it. Markakis fouls it back.
Well, they're getting some good swings off Kevin Millwood right now. We talked earlier about just him elevating in the zone here recently. A lot of pitches up there. Orioles able to stay on top and get some good swings.
And the 0-1 is outside. And now Mom's watching the game, and she sees her son on the phone calling her about the foul ball. And he has no idea he's on TV. No, okay, Dad, you're on TV. There's the ball. There's the Mark Reynolds ball. Okay, yep, you're on TV. I got it. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Nick tripled his last at-bat and scored. 23 career RBIs against Seattle. Orioles have 7 hits now. Quintanilla is on at first with 1 down. Nick, deep right field. Back it goes. Heading for the flagpole. Good for Markakis. A 2-run shot. 7-0 O's. Oh, is he on a tear? There's number 12 for Markakis. And J.J. Hardy takes a strike.
Here's a good look at Nick Markakis getting to a down and in slider. Wow, it doesn't get much better than that. I'll tell you what, if you want to draw up a hitting video, Nick Markakis is the guy to use right now.
Kawasaki gets Hardy on that chopper and 2 down. And J.J., who had back-to-back singles to begin the game, now 2 out of 3. Well, Mark Reynolds got it going with his 9th, and Markakis keeps it going with his 12th.
Markakis covering the whole plate, and that pitch down and in. Last night we saw him take pitches off the plate away to left field. Carter Capps out there in the bullpen for the Mariners right now.
Chris Davis a chopper towards second. Ackley to his right plays a big hop, and the inning is over. But the Orioles make it a big inning, get a couple of home runs. Nick Markakis, a 2-run shot to cap it. We'll head to the 5th as the Orioles enjoy a 7-0 lead. Text Spikes to 29292 for your chance to enter to win a meet and greet with Adam Jones. Stay tuned to Orioles games all week long on MASN for more chances to enter and to win. Nick Markakis, a 2-run shot to give the Orioles a 7-0 lead after Mark Reynolds made it 5-0 with his 9th home run. Reynolds snapping a 74 homerless drought, 74 at-bats. Steve Johnson, 60 pitches to get through 4 innings, which is exactly where you want to be. The average 15 per inning by 7 innings. That's 105. That's a good night.
Yeah, he's been doing a nice job commanding his off-speed pitches.
Throws a fastball by Kawasaki at 88 miles an hour.
Yeah, they're just unable to get to that fastball. He's moving it around the zone, but nobody's squaring it up very well.
Umpire did it again. Pitcher's in the windup and he jumps out. Check swing. Here at third, did not go.
And look at this check swing here. Top of the zone, pretty close.
Hit towards Reynolds. He plays the in-between hop, goes to the bag unassisted. And 1 down. Now, Mike, we hear about concentration all the time. Let's watch Steve Johnson on a follow-through And watch his eyes as he's about to deliver.
Yeah, he picks up the target. And all of a sudden, he closes his eyes. Loses the target. Releases the ball.
That is amazing.
Picks it back up. Yeah, you know, I mean, a tribute to muscle memory, obviously. He knows where he wants to throw it. But just before he releases it, closes his eyes, and the ball hopefully ends up in the spot that he wants to throw to. But you don't see that very often.
You know, just to let the fans know, it wasn't just a pitch. We've been following him for several, and it's a pattern. The eyes closed as he delivers. Out of play. Ackley is 0 for 2 on the night. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 right down the middle. 7 strikeouts in his first big league start and 2 away.
Well, Steve Johnson, boy, dotting that fastball down and away. Real good command, and they are just unable to get on that pitch.
Here's Michael Saunders. Outside corner called strike. Weeder set up out there and he hit the glove. 6 in a row retired by Steve Johnson. You know, the other thing I like about him, his pace.
Yeah.
It shows confidence. He gets the ball back. Weeders puts down a sign. He says, okay, let's go, and here it comes.
Well, you hear time and time again, tempo is a key to the game. You want to keep your defense on their toes. Pitcher's got to work fast enough to keep everybody involved, throw strikes.
High fly ball, shallow right center field. Adam Jones ranges over. And he's got it. And Steve Johnson has a 3-up, 3-down inning, his second in a row. He has retired 7 straight and has a 7-0 lead. Nothing lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th, and what excitement here at the ballpark tonight. 24-year-old Steve Johnson not only pitching a gem, his teammates are backing him up.
Yeah, Steve Johnson doing a great job. Nerves settled down, has been awesome right from the first inning on here. Great command of all of his pitches, spotting that fastball down in the zone, keeping it off the barrel of the bat, really locking these Mariners hitters up. But huge hits by the Orioles. You think after that long inning game last night, 14 innings, that the bats might be a little quiet, but they have stayed red hot. Big hits, Markakis, Reynolds, Matt Wieters, looking good tonight.
And let's not lose sight how important this game is. The Orioles have a chance to complete a sweep and make it 5 straight wins. They're in the thick of it in the wild card, but they're trying to stay close to the Yankees, 4.5. Every game is critical. They have a chance for a sweep.
Well, it sure is, yeah. Every game is critical now, and it's too close to the end of the season, and especially to start well at home. They've had a hard time this year playing well in front of their home fans, but it's nice to get off to a good start against the Mariners and in control of this game to this point.
So Steve Johnson looking to win his first big league game and his first big league start. And here's Carter Capps, who will come on, as Millwood able to go only 4 innings. And Kevin Millwood charged with 7 earned runs in those 4 innings on 8 base hits, and now it's Capps in the 5th.
Yeah, Cap's only 21 years old. Only pitched 69 1/3 innings in the minor leagues, but has an incredible fastball, 97 to over 100 miles an hour. Problem is just a little bit erratic with that pitch, but his arm is definitely above average.
Adam Jones will lead off. Matt Wieters and Bedemeet are due to follow. And there's the fastball inside. Hollywood Casino League leaders, highest batting average against the Mariners since 2011. No one better than Adam Jones at .404. Slot stables indicting the ultimate triple play at Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. Now back the other way, 98 miles an hour. Adam has doubled, and he has bounced into a fielder's choice, and he has scored a run. One swing and a miss. He got it by him.
And that is a live arm for sure. If he has a secondary pitch, he can probably cause some problems.
And the 1-2 in the dirt. Capps was only drafted last June. And to give you an idea of just how quickly he shot through the system, in the Mariners media guide, he's listed with the minor leaguers. Not even a major league invite. 2-2 is outside, ball 3. He is from Kinston, North Carolina. So one North Carolina native replaces another as Millwood leaves. 3-2 to Jones. Towards the middle, there's a base hit for Adam Jones. Adam has a 2-hit night, his team high 34th multi-hit game. A short night for Kevin Millwood as he goes 4 innings, 7 runs on 8 hits. He struck out 3 and walked 1, and 87 pitches to get through 4 innings. And that included an 8-pitch, 3-up, 3-down second inning.
Yeah, he labored through a few innings. Orioles really getting to his elevated pitches, making him pay with some long balls. Matt Wieters with a big double early on in the ball game, but making him work and got him out of there early.
Matt Wieters now. There's a pitch low, 1-0, 99 miles an hour.
Now that ball Adam Jones whistled up the middle was 99 miles an hour too, and just goes to show you, I mean, big league hitters can catch up to any type of fastball. They time it. Adam Jones saw about 5 fastballs in a row, all in the high 90s. One touched 100. They can time that. They see enough of it.
He went through Mount Olive College in North Carolina. One and one on Wieters. Down and in, ball 2. Now the Indians had their Carolina League team in Kinston, North Carolina forever. So he grew up in a baseball town, did Carter Capps. Outside, ball 3. Even though they have a cross-country flight following the game to Anaheim, the Mariners are so fortunate that they have off tomorrow, because their pitching staff tacks like the Orioles, and their starter tonight goes just 4 innings. 3-1 pitch, high fly ball to center field. Saunders is there. And one away in the 5th. Jones will get back to first.
Well, we've seen firsthand how extra inning ball games and having to use up your bullpen can kind of tax the arms up there with as many moves as the Orioles have had to make. Fortunately, guys that they've called upon to come and help out that bullpen and give them breaks have really done a nice job. Kind of a surprising move that the Mariners didn't call anybody in to help out that bullpen tonight. But definitely looking forward to that off day tomorrow.
Rest of the bullpen watching. Betemit swings through it on 1. Betemit is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. Fouled off the other way, and it's 0-2. Orioles have 9 hits in this game. They have hits in each inning except the second. Oh, 0-2 the count on Betemit. And a pop-up left side of the infield. Kawasaki now in shallow left. He's calling off Robinson, who calls him off, and Robinson makes the catch for the second out. Kawasaki got out of the way at the last minute. Fans, coming up on Sunday, all the kids 14 and under coming out to the game against Kansas City at 1:35 will get the chance to run the bases after the game. So please join us. It'll be a great summer afternoon at Oriole Park, and your kids will have a thrill living out their big league dreams. You can get your tickets in advance and save. Just call 888-848-BIRD, or if you prefer, visit Orioles.com. And I promise you, parents, your kids will not be disappointed when they get to run around the bases here at Camden Yards. Nate McLouth is 0 for 2. Swings through it. No balls and 2 strikes. Carter Capps on in relief of Kevin Millwood. Oh, 2 is outside, a ball and 2 strikes. McLouth now 3 for 12 as an Oriole. Here's the 1-2. It's high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Adam Jones on at first. He had a leadoff single. He's there with 2 men down. Fly ball to left. Right there is Trayvon Robinson. And the Orioles go down in the 5th. A base hit, a man left will lead to the 6th. 7-0 O's.
Matt Wieters comes through with the RBI double off Eric Thames' glove. Nice effort. Kevin Millwood a little discouraged. Mark Reynolds in the 4th inning drives a solo shot to right center. Then Nick Markakis follows up with a 2-run shot in the same inning, scoring Quintanilla. But Steve Johnson, the story, first major league start. Strikeout of Jaso with a high fastball, Seager on a high fastball. And here finishing off Eric Thames with another high fastball. Nice outing so far for Steve Johnson. Orioles up 7-0 here going into the 6th. Matt Wieters 1 for 3 with that 2-run double in the 1st. Steve Johnson 5 innings pitched, just 3 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts.
Montero a liner to the gap in right center field. What a play by Adam Jones to keep that to a single. Wow. Montero, who has good opposite field power, went that way, and Adam Jones got there to keep it to 1 base.
Yeah, Montero hit this ball well out in the gap, but Adam Jones covering some ground out there, cuts it off. A real good pursuit angle, stopping Montero in his tracks.
John Jaso now, and he takes low. Orioles looking for a ground ball to turn 2. Here's the strike at the knees. Johnson was at 72 pitches through 5 innings, so very pitch efficient. And it's high. I wonder if he, at this point, if it's just another game or if it's impossible for it to be just another game for him.
Well, I think he's settled in. I think it was great for him to get a couple opportunities, come up to the big leagues this year. Kind of settled the nerves, and then did make 1 appearance and pitched a couple innings. You know, and he was around a little bit in spring training, so familiar with the players, but definitely first major league start. I mean, the nerves are just out of the world. So settling down after that first inning, and a great first inning he had, I think got him right back in. Okay, here we are, settling into the ball game. And now in the heart of the game, he's looking pretty good.
2-2 on Jaso. Popped up foul the other way. When I was in the Orioles clubhouse to get the lineup before the game, I just happened to notice as Chris Tillman arrived, Buck Showalter allowed the team a little later arrival time today because of the late game last night. And as soon as Tillman walked in the clubhouse, he went looking for Steve Johnson, his teammate in AAA and now here with the Orioles. Fouled off again. And that's another part of this with the back and forth. I mean, Nate McLouth was with him in AAA. He's in left field tonight. Tillman was with him. There's Nate. Lou Ford was with him in AAA. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Jaso down on strikes. Strikeout number 8 and 1 away.
Oh, another high fastball here. He's getting a lot of chases on this pitch. And once again, 89 miles an hour at the top of the zone. Looks good coming in, but just enough on the end to keep it off the bat. And another swing and miss.
4 groundouts, 4 flyouts, and 8 strikeouts. 80 pitches as he works here in the 6th. Seager takes outside, 1-0. The Yankees have a 7-1 lead at Detroit. That game in the 6th. Curtis Granderson has hit his 30th for New York. Foul back. Didn't get a lot of good wood on that. 1-1. If the Orioles win, they'll have 60 wins. The Tigers have 60 wins. Here's the 1-1. It's popped up foul third base side. Betemeet's going to run out of room. Don't forget about the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report. Back tomorrow, 5 until 6:30. Tom Davis, Mel Antonin, Dave Johnson, and Phil Wood. They'll have all your latest Orioles news, notes, and headlines from around the majors tomorrow at 5 right here on MASN. One and two the count on Seager. 1 out, 1 on. And it's outside, 2-2. A day game in Oakland today. The Athletics beat the Angels 9-8. So the Athletics are now 60-51. They began the day with the same record as the Orioles. The Orioles are trying to match that. If the Tigers don't come back, they would be 60-51. 2-2 is hit towards left center field. That ball's hit pretty well. Back on it, Nate McLouth near the wall. And that ball is gone. It carried out for a home run. Kyle Seager the other way, a 2-run home run, and the Mariners get on the board. It's a 7-2 game. Both Jones and McLouth were hoping to play a carom, and it carried over.
Yeah, this pitch just up and out over, and Seager, rare times we've seen a Mariners bat head get on that fastball, and he does, and drives it to left center.
Mike Karp, breaking ball is high, 1-0. Karp has a walk. He's also flied out to Jones in center field. Swing and a miss. And a strike in the outside corner. A 1-2. And a foul back out of play. Steve's father, Dave, made his big league debut as a member of the Pirates on May 29th in 1987 against Cincinnati. And in 87, the games he got into with the Pirates, Dave pitched in relief. And not until he got to the Orioles in 89 was he given a chance to start. 2-2 is in the dirt, ball 3. Buck Showalter giving the baseball to the 24-year-old Steve Johnson today. And the 3-2 is popped up. Shallow center, Jones moving in, Hardy out, Adam calls, and 2 down here in the 6th inning. The Mariners have lost 3 in a row. And they are 1-4 through 5 games on this 6-game so far trip, and they still have to go to Anaheim. They were hot, and then they went east and had to go through New York and Baltimore.
Yeah. Of course, Baltimore's been playing pretty well recently. Yankees leading the division right now. But yeah, Seattle's been playing really well. Both their pitching had been consistent for them, and their offense starting to pick it up.
Robinson fouls it back. Well, they're averaging 3.9 runs per game, and that is actually on the rise. Johnson has 8 strikeouts. He has walked just 2. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Well, that changeup has worked well for Steve Johnson tonight. And he's been able to locate that fastball around the perimeter, keeps it at the bottom of the zone and effectively working up.
Roller foul up the first base side. Well, the pitches by inning, he's up to 96 now. 22 in the second, 24 here in the sixth. One and two on Robinson. Struck him out swinging. The changeup set up the fastball, and Robinson swings through it. 9 Ks for Steve Johnson, the rookie getting it done. 7-2 Orioles. As the Kansas City Royals come to town. That'll be tomorrow. O's Extra at 6:30 gets it going, all presented by Jeep. And then game coverage at 7 o'clock. That is the first of 4 against Kansas City. And here's the pitching matchup. Will Smith goes against Wei-Yin Chen.
Yeah, Will Smith recently called up, be making his 8th start for Kansas City, trying to get them back on pace, get their starting pitchers going. It's 2-4 with a 6-0 up against Wei-Yin Chen. Rookie phenom has really been lights out in his last few starts and been consistent all year. Stepped in as that #1 starter since Jason Hamill spent some time or spending time on the DL after knee surgery.
Mark Reynolds a swing and a miss. Look at Dare with Steve Johnson on the bench. And a breaking ball, and here's what Reynolds did his last at bat, going the opposite way to get all of it.
Man, oh man, that was a great swing by Mark Reynolds. So good to see him driving a ball to right center.
Carter caps his second inning of work. Fouled off the other way, and it's 1-2. Troy Patton now getting loose. Patton last night went an inning and a third. O'Day, Lindstrom, and Gregg each pitched 2 innings. Ayala only 2/3. Ayala faced only 4 batters, so he could be okay. And Steve Johnson now at 97 pitches. The Orioles may not want to go any further, but we'll see. Still on the bench. 2-2 on Reynolds. Quintanilla and Markakis will follow. And he got him. Fastball. High heat, and Reynolds swings through it. And 1 away in the 6th inning. Our O's Extra postgame tune-in brought to you by PNC Bank. For the achiever in you, Tom Davis, Rick Dempsey, they're standing by. They'll break it down. Of course, you'll hear the press conference from Buck Showalter following the game. You'll hear from Steve Johnson, player interviews, and much more. That's O's Extra postgame following the game, all presented by PNC. Omar Quintanilla 1 out of 2. And he swings through it. If Carter Capps can harness the command of that pitch, he's going to be a really good pitcher because he just has explosiveness off that fastball.
He sure does. It might help coming up with a good secondary pitch. We've seen him throw a couple sliders. Not very effectively, though. Not many pitchers last very long with just one pitch, even if it is 100 miles an hour.
And your name isn't Mariano Rivera.
Except maybe Mariano Rivera. There you go. Okay, you got me.
That's not fair, though, comparing a rookie to a Hall of Famer. And the 0-2 is fouled back the other way as Quintanilla gets a piece. The Orioles have won 3 consecutive series for the first time since they won 4 in a row, June 5th to the 17th. So 2 months ago. And they're trying to turn it around after a tough month of July. They're so far 4-2 in August and have a 7-2 lead here in the 6th inning. And Jay So out to the mound for a chat. The Mariners team, and in particular their pitchers, they can't be thrilled about this Baltimore humidity. When they play at home, it is so cool there. Very little humidity in Seattle, and then they fly east, and it was even hotter in New York over the weekend than it is here, but it's still muggy. 0-2 is outside, a ball and 2 strikes. Sometimes it works against them when teams go to their place because you get out there and you get refreshed. They don't need those fans at Safeco Field. 2-2 as Quintanilla takes inside. Yeah, they got that big old fan going in the end of the dugout there. Generates some airflow. And a broken bat bloop to right, and that's going to fall for a base hit. So he turned on it, broke the bat, and he doesn't care because he's got a base hit. That was some at bat by Quintanilla. He fell behind, he worked the count, and he gets a single with 1 down. Here's Nick Markakis having a big night. Here's what he did his last at bat in the 4th.
Yeah, great swing on that down and in slider. Kevin Millwood.
First ball swinging, fouls it back. Nick now has 3 consecutive multi-hit games.
And that average sneaking up on 300.
Quintanilla held it first. And it's outside. Josh Kinney beginning to get loose. Kinney worked just 1 inning last night. One is fouled straight back at the plate.
Pretty good breaking ball right there. Best one he's thrown.
One and 2 the count on Nick. And it's high. Two and 2 on Nick, 1 on 1 out. And he got it. He got a fastball by him. 97 and 2 down. Here's our PNC minor league report brought to you by PNC for the achiever in you. Well, Dylan Bundy's night is over for Frederick. He goes 5 1/3, 4 earned runs on 7 hits. He walked 2. He struck out 7. and 94 pitches to get through 5 1/3. He also allowed a home run in that game, so he continues to learn. He continues to stretch it out.
Sure, wouldn't be surprised if they are forcing him to go to his secondary pitches more.
That one gets away from Jaso, and that will allow Quintanilla to take second base.
Trying to get him to develop, a good changeup, off-speed pitch to go along with that nice fastball that he has.
So 94 pitches to get into the 6th, so close to about 20 per inning. At that level, with his talent and his ability to get fastballs by hitters, it's got to be difficult for the mindset to say, yeah, I better work on these other pitches. But he is working for a bigger prize, which is to get up here sooner than later.
Yeah, well, and the hitters, not to say that the guys in Frederick in that league can't hit a fastball, and they're older players there. So I mean, these are college guys that he's going up against that have seen good fastballs. So he has to start developing different pitches, and who knows, maybe it was his fastball that got hit around a little bit, and maybe he didn't have that great command, but it's a learning experience for him. He's got to go through those bumps in the road to get better.
2-1 on Hardy. Quintanilla at second. Hardy fly ball shallow right. Easy play for Eric Thames. He moves in on it, and the inning is over. 1-out single and 1 left. We're through 6 at Camden Yards. The Orioles and Steve Johnson have a 7-2 lead.
More on defense. Tonight's story, Steve Johnson, first major league start. Oh my, was he effective. Painting his fastball up in the zone, down in the zone. A lot of swing and misses. Unable to get that bat head on the fastball. Couple breaking balls as well. Good command of all of his off-speed pitches. As his dad, Dave, proud father. Steve Johnson, what a night. 6 innings, 5 hits. 2 runs, 2 earned runs on that 2-run home run, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Great performance by Steve Johnson. Worked his way to get back to the big leagues and proved he belonged with a great outing tonight.
Well, he stepped right in. Here he is with Chris Tillman on the bench, and here's Troy Patton to come on in the 7th.
Troy Patton, one of the bullpen aces, 47 games. That 1-0 record, 276 earned run average. Very effective.
Eric Thames will lead off, lefty versus lefty, and there's a strike. Curveball bends in there. There are the splits. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Now, normally after a starter exits the game and the inning ends, he heads back to the clubhouse. It's his first major league start. He's not going anywhere. I'm going to watch. 0-2 is bounce foul.
Well, he certainly should enjoy every minute of this. Now we can finally relax a little bit, enjoy what he's done.
Strike 3 called. Fastball in the outside corner. Eric Thames goes down and 1 away.
And Troy Patton dotting a fastball on the outside corner after working Eric Thames in.
Kia Inside the Numbers brought to you by Kia Motors. To learn more, visit kia.com. Most games, a bullpen has gone 6 or more innings in the majors this season. And the Orioles with 10, trailing only Kansas City. Oakland's bullpen has also had 10 games. And that ball is going to be a foul ball. It hit his foot. Late call by Brian Knight. He was watching Wieters run after the ball, and then all of a sudden said foul ball.
I don't know about that call, Buck, with that quizzical look on his face, because he came out chasing Wieters to make sure it looked like that ball was going to be a fair ball.
If it was foul, he would have indicated immediately, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely.
And the 0-1 is slapped foul the other way. Well, let's take a look and see where or if it hits him.
I don't know.
But did it hit his knee?
No, it didn't hit anything. He was just embarrassed about how far he did hit it. So he stayed in the box.
Now, why would the umpire follow him and watch it and then say foul ball?
He was guessing.
Chopper towards Quintanilla. He charges, Loves, throws, and he gets Kawasaki for the out. And 2 men down in the Seattle 7th. Patton is working on 15 consecutive scoreless appearances.
Well, there are a lot of stories, obviously, on the Orioles about why they're having the success that they are this year, and Troy Patton is certainly one of them. Buck Showalter has used Troy in so many different situations, and Troy Patton has done nothing but good things for the Orioles and Buck Showalter.
Sharply hit foul off the bat of Ackley. Well, last night the bullpen was just absolutely phenomenal, as you could see. 9 innings of scoreless relief. Strikeouts. Everybody except Jim Johnson got into the game. There's a line drive caught by Quintanilla, and the inning is over. Well, Patton comes on. He has a 3-up, 3-down inning. 7th inning stretch at Camden Yards. Brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. Fly straight. Drink responsibly. Game, it's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. Steve Johnson making his first major league start. He goes 6 strong innings, and he is in line for his first big league win. And hi, everybody, Jim Hunter and Mike Bordick, as the Orioles looking to make it 5 consecutive wins, and they get a boost from a 24-year-old rookie who probably would not have been called up if not for the way the game went last night. We talk about opportunity all the time. Here was his opportunity, and he seized it.
Oh, it sure was. I mean, he was doing such a great job in AAA with the Tides. Gets the call, really steps up big. Great energy he brought to the table after that, extra inning affair last night, 14 innings, and pitched outstanding. Man, oh man, that's what he is all about. He executed all his pitches tonight, very successful, and put them in a great position to win this ball game.
And he predominantly went with a fastball, but he showed he had a very good changeup. He was not afraid to throw the breaking ball anywhere in the count. He, in essence, pitched. He didn't throw.
He sure did. But I think the key to Steve Johnson, though, is that fastball. Being able to locate it all around the zone, really mastered the bottom of the zone, and was able to get those chases at the top of the zone. A lot of strikeouts tonight with the Mariners hitters chasing that fastball just above the strike zone. So a very effective pitch for Steve Johnson.
So we go to the bottom of the 7th, and Josh Kinney does come on as Caps goes 2 scoreless innings in relief. Here are the numbers for Kinney. He did get in the game last night. He came on and worked the 9th inning and pitched a 3-up, 3-down inning. Here's Chris Davis leading off. Line drive, that'll fall, base hit, left center field. A soft liner the opposite way. So Chris Davis is on. He snaps his 0 for 11 with a leadoff single in the 7th. Next Wednesday, first 10,000 kids 14 and under against the Red Sox. That game at 7:05 received the Orioles collectible truck presented by WB Mason. So bring your kids to the ballpark for this fun new collectible and help us paint that ballpark orange against the Bo Sox from Beantown. You can get your tickets in advance and save 888-848-BIRD or get online Orioles.com. So because you have to be 14 and under, I can't get a truck?
No, but I can bring my kids and we can get about 8 of them.
There you go. You think they'd give me one?
Probably.
Here's Adam Jones, 1 on and none out. And a bouncer foul.
Good to see Chris Davis pick up that base hit. Might keep him rolling a little bit. I mean, sometimes he can get mired in some slumps and keep fighting his way through it, but has really swung the bat well here recently. Nice for him to pick up that hit.
Adam has 2 hits on the night. Breaking balls there for a strike. Adam leads the Orioles in multi-hit games. He now has 34. He has hits in 21 of the 26 games since the break. And he now has 32 base hits since the All-Star break. 0-2 on him. Line drive, base hit down the left field line. That one heads towards the corner. Davis makes the turn. He'll head for third. The throw comes in to Kawasaki, gets by him. No further advancement on the double by Adam Jones. He has a 3-hit night, 2 of them doubles. So 2 on with none out. And earlier tonight, Adam Jones was presented with the Heart and Hustle Award. And coincidentally, there's Dave Johnson presenting him, created by the Major League Baseball Players Alumni Association back in 2005. The Heart and Hustle Award voted on by alumni and active Major League players. It's presented annually to an active player who demonstrates a passion for the game of baseball and best embodies values, spirit, and traditions of the game. And Adam Jones certainly is deserving of that award.
He sure is. He has played the game right, doing everything very well this year on the baseball field, but off the field as well. I mean, total package for Adam Jones.
So Matt Wieters a chance for some more RBIs. Fastball for a strike in the outside corner. Look at the movement on that. It was called a strike, and Jesus glove had to move 1.5 feet just to catch it.
Yeah, it's pretty good movement on that sinker. Saw him last night. Sinker, slider, pitcher.
0-1 on Wieters. Swing and a miss and a good breaking ball. 0-2. We're talking about the Orioles and the series this year. They've won their last 3 series. They have already won 20 series on the year. Last year, Buck Showalter's club won 16 series the entire year, and they've already won 20 this year. 0-2 to Wieters, his bounce foul. If you're going to be a factor once you get to this time of year, that's how you get it done. And the other aspect of that is avoiding the long losing streaks, which they have been able to do. They've had some tough stretches, no doubt about it. But they haven't had the 8, the 9, the 10-game losing streak that takes you forever to try to climb out of.
Yeah. I mean, they struggled through the middle of June and into the All-Star break, but kind of kept their head above water and fought their way through.
The 0-2, high fly ball, right center field, back it goes. That ball is off the wall and in play. Davis will score. Jones coming to the plate. Here's the throw, not in time. It's another 2-run double for Wieters. He has a 5 RBI night. And the Orioles once again have a 7-run lead.
Matt Wieters been driving the ball this series. Once again, I mean, nice pitch down in the zone, but Wieters stays on it, drives through it off the wall, almost a home run. Scoring Davis, Adam Jones with that hustle. Scoring easily on the end.
So it's 9-2, still nobody out. And Wilson Betemit. First ball swinging, fouls it off. Wieters has a thing for these 5 RBI games. He had one June the 14th against the Pirates. He has one tonight. And he also had one April 16th against the White Sox. So his third 5 RBI game of the year. Betemit, high fly ball to right. Back on it is Thames out the wall, and that one's off the wall and in play. Wieters was tagging. He'll get to third. He's being sent. The throw comes into the second baseman. Now DeMarlo Hale puts on the brakes.
Well, I think DeMarlo was sending him all the way, but Wieters said, I'm good. I'm going to stay right here for now. He shut it down. Hopefully he's okay. 17th double for Wilson Betemit. Gets to this inside pitch. Well, just off the end of the batter. That ball's easily up in the flag court, but high off the wall anyway. Wieters making sure about it. He wants to score. He makes that turn, but says, I'm good right here.
Betemit will leave after the double. He has a 1-for-4 night. Robert Andino will pinch run, and he'll stay in the game defensively at third base. First base is open, righty on deck, so Nate McLeod will be walked intentionally. And there's ball 2. So it is already 9-2, and the bases are about to be loaded with nobody out. And 2 runs already in. Tough inning for Josh Kinney.
I'll tell you what, Matt Wieters, he just went to another level for me after catching that 14-inning game, coming out and doing what he's doing tonight. I mean, there's pressure on him too to catch Steve Johnson, and rookie pitcher in his first major league start. He gets amped up about that too. So a lot of things on his mind. Big hits for the Orioles, and just done a nice job, real nice job.
And it's performances like that that has enabled the Orioles to turn it around from last year. Let's look back to last season at the exact same part of the season through 110 games. Last year, the Orioles had won 44. This year, 59. So they have 15 more wins at the same point. Batting average actually 10 points lower, but the home runs are up. ERA by the starters is a bit better, and the bullpen ERA is a lot better. O's didn't win their 59th game last year until September the 13th, and here they already have 59 wins on their way to their 60th on August the 8th.
Pretty impressive turnaround. Obviously, the pitching, a huge part of that success. Offensively, I'm surprised that the numbers aren't a little bit higher this year offensively, but they were swinging it well last year. Of course, Mark Reynolds and J.J. Hardy put up big offensive numbers.
Wieters, Andino, and McLeod. Nobody out, nowhere to put Mark Reynolds. Check swing, and he went too far, on 1. Reynolds is 1 out of 3 on the night with a solo home run. He hit it to center field into the bleachers. Snapped a 74 at-bat homerless drought with that long ball. Breaking balls inside. 1-1. Oliver Perez beginning to get loose. He saw action last night. And a roll of foul, 1-2 on Reynolds. The Orioles are following the pattern which they have established on the year. Scoring 4 or more runs, which they've done tonight. They're 43-14. Hitting a home run, which they have done tonight. They are 52-28. Wieters has a 5 RBI night. Hardy has an RBI tonight. Reynolds pops it up. Infield fly will be called. Third baseman Seager charging in. He's got it for the out. McKinney gets an out, 1 down. And with the lefty Quintanilla coming up, here comes Eric Wedge, and we will get a pitching change. So Kinney is able to get just 1 out. He faced 6 batters, 2 runs in, and 3 men on base, his responsibility. So Perez comes on, bases loaded, 1 down. Orioles leading at 9-2 in the 7th. Bottom of the 7th as the Orioles settling in on a long homestand. A 10-game homestand over 11 days. Oliver Perez, who came in the game last night. Perez actually pitched really well. He not only pitched 2 innings, they were 3 up, 3 down innings back to back, and he had 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's mixing it up. He only has 2 pitches, but very effective with both of them. Lefty's having a lot of success off him, though. 382, right? He's just 176. Get that fastball up in the mid-90s. Pretty tight slider as well.
Omar Quintanilla has a 2-hit game going, 2 singles. He has scored a run. Quintanilla had a 2-hit night last night, so finding that stroke. Bases loaded, 1 down. Fouled out of play. Quintanilla with his 2 for 6 last night snapped an 0 for 13. And right now he's your everyday second baseman, making his 16th consecutive start tonight.
Well, he's been playing pretty solid over there at second base.
Strike in the outside corner, close pitch, 0-2. Jim Thome holding court. Taylor Teagarden and Lou Ford. Thome on the disabled list. He's going to stay with the team until later on this week, maybe till the weekend, then go home to Illinois where he'll begin the rehab after the epidural shot. Hoping to get back to the team in September.
Yeah, that'd be a nice boost, getting Jim Thome back. I know everybody's anxious about Jason Hamill as well. Started throwing today.
0-2 is lined right to the second baseman Ackley, and 2 men down. Buck Showalter said before the game today, Hamill threw again today from 120 feet. He's expected to arrive here Saturday, and then it will be determined where he begins his rehab, if he'll stay here with the Orioles through the homestand or if he'll go to Sarasota where they have the rehab facility set up. Well, that's good news that Hamill is coming along as expected. So it was bases loaded with nobody out. Now it's bases loaded with 2 out, and here's Nick Markakis. Outside, 1-0. Nick has a 2-for-4 night. He has a triple and a 2-run homer. Swing and a miss. A lot of movement on that pitch. He swung over it. One and one on Markakis. And there's a strike, 1-2. Oliver Perez, the 4th pitcher used by Seattle tonight. Millwood went 4 innings. He allowed 7 runs. Caps 2 scoreless. Kinney has allowed 2 in the 3rd, and the 3 men on base are his responsibility. Now Perez, who gets ahead of Markakis, 1-2. Fastball outside. Perez thought he had strike 3 and started going to the dugout.
Yeah, he wanted that. Of course, Perez pretty animated out there anyway.
Wieters, Andino, and McLeod 3rd to 1st, with Markakis facing Perez. And the 2-2 is lifted to left. Right there is Robinson. And Markakis is retired for the out. But the Orioles get 2. We'll head to the 8th. 9-2 Birds. Team with playoff experience, and before the game I asked Buck Showalter if the lack of experience may in some way help the Orioles.
In some ways, Jim, we got a little bit of it last September, and they don't get. It's one of those things that you go to the doctor and says, "Does that hurt when I do this?" And he says, "No." "Does that hurt when I do that?" He goes, by the fifth time you ask somebody, they go, "Well, geez, I guess I'm supposed to be inexperienced." They don't know that, and it's and what is experience? How do you get experience? You get it by playing, and we got some people around here that they can lean on if there's a question about it. But I think there's not anybody out there that's going, "Oh, geez, we're going to actually have some." Real meaningful games potentially in the last 50. They're going, yeah, let's bring it on. Let's see what happens.
Well, Adam Jones and the Orioles, Mike, there's no doubt about it. That's how they have played. Everybody else outside of that clubhouse may think they're going to collapse. How are they doing this? Oh, they're not going to be in the playoffs. Says who? The Orioles don't care about that. They go out, they play, they keep winning. They're in the race on August the 8th.
Yeah, well, all they've done this year is just compete. And they're falling in love with winning. So they want to go out there, I don't care what time of year it is, and continue to try to win ball games and compete and not be fazed by anything. We've seen them, win extra inning ball games, one-run ball games, and that's going to help them down the stretch.
Miguel Segolovich back with the team today. He takes over for Patton, who pitched the scoreless inning. Here's the 0-1 of Saunders. Fly ball to left field. Backing out it is McLouth, and he's got it for the out. And one down in the 8th inning. Robert Andino, who pinch ran for Betemit, stays in the game. He is at third base. Sokolovich's last pitch for the Orioles on July the 28th. He was up for a couple of days. He got into 2 games, both against Oakland, the 27th and 28th. A third of an inning on the 27th, he allowed 2 runs, and then it was a bit better the next day in 2 2/3. He allowed 1 run on 2 hits, but he struck out 3.
Good stuff. And has had great success.
Fly ball to right off the bat of Montero. Backing up Markakis. And he's got it and leans against the wall. And 2 quick outs. A 9-2 game in the 8th. Here's John Jaso, the catcher. And that's outside, 1-0. Sokolovic, another of the pitchers added to the system this year. And he's been doing a good job in AAA outside. Reputation of being a strike thrower. A pitcher who will attack the hitters. He had 52 strikeouts to just 14 walks in his 52 innings in AAA this year. And of course, as I say that, he goes to 3-0. Wilhelmsen, the closer, we have not seen him in the series. Looks like he's going to come on and pitch in the bottom of the 8th to get an inning of work in. Trio is right there for a strike. Sokolovic was 4-0 for the Tides with a 1.90 ERA. And he is well rested. He hasn't worked since August the 4th, which was last Saturday night. 3-1 is outside, ball 4, and there's a 2-out walk. And we overthrew the fastball and it sailed outside. Time for you to text in your vote for the AT&T Player of the Game, and you're the candidate. Steve Johnson, first big league start, 6 strong innings in line for a win. How about Nick Markakis? Markakis has a 2-run home run plus a triple. For Matt Wieters, he has a 2-hit night and a 5 RBI night. Tough choices tonight. Text in your vote now and have your voice heard. A, B, or C to 31826. Kyle Seager, 1 on with 2 outs, and he'll take a strike. Seager drove in the only 2 runs against Steve Johnson with a home run the opposite way that just carried out.
Yeah, Steve Johnson didn't make many mistakes. And that one really wasn't a bad pitch, just out over a little bit.
And the 0-2.
And Seager, that was his 13th home run of the year, so pretty good pop.
He is a good-looking young player. He's 24 years old in his second season. Sokolovich gets ahead 0-2. And he fouls it back. Sokolovich is out of Venezuela. He just turned 26 on July the 24th, so he has a lot of baseball ahead of him. So does Chris Davis.
Chris Davis locked in on something right now.
0-2 is bounce foul right at Chris Davis.
Locked in on that foul ball right there.
Chris Davis is only 26 years old.
That's how shaken he was.
It could be he's got a former teammate on the other side that he's making eye contact with.
Maybe.
He's DH and still has those batting gloves on. And the 0-2 is fouled off the other way. Kyle Seager and Dustin Ackley, they played in college together at North Carolina. They were drafted in the same draft by the Mariners. Ackley in the first round, Seager in the third round. And they make up 2/4 of the Seattle infield at the age of 24. Jeff, that's the third base coach, was telling me today they have a lot of optimism for this organization because of the quality of the young players. There's a base hit to center field for Seager. He's got a 3-hit night. Heading to third will be Jaso as Jones plays it back in. So they have the corners covered with 2 men down. With 10 strikeouts in the game so far, Susan's had a big night. She has won $1,500 from the Maryland Lottery. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery contestant of the game, play Strike It Rich scratch-offs and then enter your non-winning ticket codes at mdlottery.com/strikeitrich. So after 2 outs and nobody on, runners on the corners for Mike Karp. And that's high 1-0. But when you're rebuilding and trying to get a stable foundation and you're going to go young, it's one thing to just say, well, we're going to go young. We got to get some youth in here. But they're doing it by design with quality young players. Now they're going to have growing pains. There's going to be inconsistencies because of the inexperience. But when these guys put it together in that division, they feel they're going to be okay because they already have very good pitching, and their pitching is going to get better because their pitching is young.
No, that's right. I mean, great pitching is really the key. But when you can filter in some good young talent, especially infield positions, a key position, third base, and Ackley at second base. I mean, and Ryan, of course, is a really good shortstop. We haven't seen him this series. He's out with an elbow problem right now, but Kawasaki filling in, doing nicely. But nice group of young players, and obviously that's very optimistic about the young players and the future of the M's.
Saunders is only 25 in center field. Montero, who's their DH catcher first baseman, he's just 22. Luis Ayala begins to get loose. Justin Smoke was sent to AAA because he wasn't hitting. He's young. Now, if he's available, since he grew up with Matt Wieters, wouldn't that be a nice guy for the... Oh, wait. Oh, no. Tampering doesn't affect me. That's right. 2-0 with 2 men down. And 3-0 after the visit from Adair. And it's outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Now Showalter calling to see if Luis Ayala is ready, because all of a sudden now with one swing of the bat, the Mariners are back in the game. After 2 outs and nobody on, a walk, a single, and a walk. Trayvon Robinson has bounced into a fielder's choice. He has struck out twice. And that one not even close. 1-0. Wieters is going to go out to the mound. Sokolovic at the moment really overthrown.
Yeah, that's been a problem. I mean, the times that he's come up and had opportunities with the Orioles, even though he's had great success in AAA, he falls behind and tries to overthrow the ball. He doesn't have to do anything extra, staying within himself, and he'll have success here.
Look at there, Buck Showalter talking it over. There's the 1-0 to Robinson. There's a strike. Fans applauding Sokolovic, getting it in there. And a fly ball to left. He'll get out of it. McLeod. And he's got it. So 2 walks, a single, but 3 men left. Seattle can't score on Sokolovic. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Buck and the Birds up 9-2. Contribute $50 to support the American Heart Association Heart Walk. To date, the Orioles have drawn 316 walks for a total of $15,800. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Tom Wilhelmsen, the closer for Seattle, comes on to work here in the 8th. First appearance in the series. And since Seattle made him the closer, he has been on some kind of roll. A 1.03 ERA since June the 4th.
Yeah, fit in really well. Brandon League had a hard time in the closing role, so he slid in and has had a lot of success. See the lefties 234, righties just 188. And he's one of these guys with the easy cheese, comes out of his hand really well. Throws in the high 90s with that fastball and has a curveball and a change to go with it.
Wilhelmsen, 28 years old. He was born and raised and still lives in Tucson, Arizona, where he once was standing on a corner. It's an Eagle song. Knocked it down. Wilhelmsen fires to first. One down on one pitch in the 8th. Well, let's get a look at our Twitter chatter of the night and see what folks are saying. Rock Kabatko, when I reminded Dave Johnson that Steve's 9 strikeouts are 2 more than his career high, he said, but I went 9 innings, slacker. Well, Dad can say that because his son had a big night.
Great night for both of them.
Here's Chris Davis. So Dave Johnson got his first win on August the 8th of 1989. Steve Johnson is 3 outs away from his win on August the 8th of 2012. So 23 years to the day apart.
It's incredible.
Chris Davis, 1 out of 3, he's also walked. And swept to second base. Right there is Ackley. And he's got it for the second out here in the Oriole eighth. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Orioles. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Buck Showalter with John Russell. They don't relax until the 27th out, and maybe not even then.
No relaxing, even when they go in after a ball game.
As soon as they hit the office, they're thinking about Kansas City.
That's exactly right.
Adam Jones now, he's 3 out of 4. Good swing, he fouls it back on the screen. Orioles again, 14 base hits, 15 hits last night. And it hit him. That one rode in on Adam Jones. Richie Bancel's looking to make sure he's not needed.
That one got him good, too. Oh. Got the catcher, too. A little bit of a payback there.
Richie yelling out to him, and he turned around and said, "I'm all right. I'm all right."
It's good to see him smiling about it.
2-out base runner. And here's Matt Wieters with a 5 RBI night. Takes a strike, 0-1. And a foul. Quickly 0-2 on Wieters. Adam will get back to first. Yankees now have a 9-7 lead on the Tigers. That game in the 8th in Detroit. And the White Sox still trail Kansas City 2-0. That game is in the 7th inning in Chicago. If the White Sox lose, they'll be 60-50. If the Orioles win, they'll be 60-51. If the Tigers lose to the Yankees, they'll be 60-51. Oakland has already defeated the Angels, and they are 60-51. It is tight.
It sure is. I think all these teams that are in the wild card hunt obviously have their sights on the division, because it's going to come down to a few teams fighting for that second wild card spot. I'd rather win that division.
2-2 on Wieters. And he got him. So Wilhelmsen strikes out Wieters. That ends the inning. And the Orioles go down. A hit batter and 1 left. 9th inning coming up at Camden Yards. The Birds are 3 outs away from a 5th consecutive win. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Dodge, see your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or go to dodge.com and check out our powerful lineup. Well, a beautiful night downtown in our harbor, and we hope you can come out and join us on Saturday as Eddie Murray will be honored with his bronze sculpture in Legends Park in center field in the picnic area, as he will join Earl Weaver, Frank Robinson, and Jim Palmer, and soon to be joined afterwards by Cal Ripken and Brooks Robinson. Eddie will become the fourth of the 6 Oriole legends, the Hall of Famers, to be honored here at Legends Park. So please come on out and join us on Saturday. You'll enjoy the ceremonies as that ball's popped up off the bat of Eric Thames, and Dino is over, and he's got it for the out and 1 down. So Sokolovic on 1 pitch gets an out here in the 9th inning. Here's an update on the voting for the AT&T Player of the Game, and Steve Johnson, 50% of the vote, leading Markakis and Wieters. He is now 2 outs away from his first big league win. Still time to vote. Texting your vote A, B, or C to 31826. Tom and Rick have the results coming up on O's Extra Post Game. Here's Kawasaki, and it's low. Minoru Kawasaki has played shortstop in all 3 games in this series with Brendan Ryan on the bench. Ryan was hit by a pitch in New York on Saturday, hasn't played since. Sokolovic right at him with a strike, 1-1. Ground ball, that's fair. Reynolds back at the bag. He'll go to the base unassisted, and 2 down. Well, somewhere in the clubhouse, Steve Johnson is 1 out away from a big league win. How great is that?
Yeah, you know he's feeling pretty good right now. Makes it through his first big league win. A lot of support here at Camden Yards for him tonight.
St. Paul's school is proud. There's Dad. Bird is looking sweet. One-0 is low. 2-0.
Well, I think it's pretty exciting for Steve Johnson, obviously, to pitch so well. But the Orioles are real thankful that he got to go deep in this ball game. Give that bullpen a little bit of a break.
High fly ball down the left field line. That's fading back foul. And it'll be back in the crowd. Markakis over just in case, but it's a foul ball off the bat of Ackley.
Yeah, so a lot of positives coming out of Steve Johnson's start.
And Sokolovic able to give them 2 innings on the verge of that. Ayala was getting loose, not so now. Patton, the only other reliever used for just an inning. So all the other relievers didn't even warm up tonight. Two-1 is fouled back, 2-2. What a crowd. Loud.
Yeah, they're getting into it.
Only 17,000, but they're loud. 2-2 on Ackley. Bouncer foul. Of course, why would it end with a 3-pitch at bat? Yep, a strike away from a sweep. 2-2 on Ackley. Struck him out in the Orioles sweep. And Steve Johnson gives the Orioles a boost at his first major league win and his first major league start. 5 RBI night for Wieters. And the Orioles score early and often and go on to the win, as the Orioles are now 60-51 on the year. They sweep Seattle and have won 5 consecutive games.